tropical mango smoothie. But as I said, there's parts to every single meal. There's 3 parts to every single meal, and that's a protein, a fruit and or a vegetable, mostly vegetables, and a good fat. Every single meal needs to have those 3 components. Somebody type that into the chat for me. A protein, a fiber, which is the fruit and or the vegetable. So protein, fiber, and fat. Protein, fiber, and fat. Go ahead, type that into the chat there. Protein, fiber, and fat. Every single meal, I don't care what meal it is, protein, fiber, and fat, right? Now, if you're looking for just hydration and you're looking for a drink, then you don't need the protein because you're going to have the protein from something else as opposed to a drink, right? But this is not a meal unless it has protein in it, all right? Now, so far I have some frozen mango in there. I have a frozen banana in there if you want it nice and frosty, okay? For hydration purposes, I'm going to put some coconut water in there. So I've got, what do I have in here? I've got the fruit, the fiber. It's all I have so far, but we do need a liquid to make a smoothie. So I'm going to use coconut water. This has no pulp. I want you to remember, I got this from Aldi's, that read the ingredients for coconut water. A lot of them have added ingredients as well as added sugar. Coconut water is already sweet. It has a lot of sugar in it. And one day my husband got onto this coconut water kick, and he comes home from a long hot bike ride and he goes, I don't feel good. I said, honey, how did you hydrate? Are you hydrated? He goes, I drank all that coconut water. And I said, honey, you cannot live on coconut water. You cannot, it's got all the electrolytes you told me. And I says, yes, full of electrolytes, but you cannot live on coconut water. Okay. You must drink regular water. Okay. You must drink purified regular water. So you cannot live on coconut water alone. And this is, if you get one of those electrolyte drinks that are full of sugar, it actually, yes, you're getting the electrolytes, but this is much better for you. So definitely drink coconut water, but you have to drink regular water as well. I'm going to put about 8 ounces of some coconut water. If you don't have coconut water, don't worry about it. Put water in this smoothie. Put a pinch of Celtic sea salt if you really want your electrolytes. The bottom line here is that we want you to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Hydration is key. Now, I did not add this to the recipe, but I thought about it today that I wanted to tell you, you don't have to add it because it's not really tropical, but it's ginger. I love ginger because it's anti-inflammatory. I buy a whole bunch, I wash it up and I freeze it, and then I put it in my smoothies. I'm going to put it in this smoothie because it's for me, but you don't have to. I highly recommend that you use ginger in all of your foods. This one calls for lemon or lime juice. What do you know? Everything today has got lemon or lime in it, right? And you're going to squeeze it up. Very hydrating. Do you know you can make your own electrolyte drink with water? Celtic sea salt. You can do Himalayan sea salt if you want sea salt, and a little lemon juice or orange juice or lime, and you've got your electrolyte drink right there. You've got your electrolyte drink. Okay, the other thing that you could do with your lemon, let me see if I find an extra lemon. Oh, they're over here. You can just peel the whole lemon and throw the whole thing in there without the peel. You could do that too. That's possible. You could even put avocado in here. Okay, so now we have fiber, a lot of fiber. We got a liquid. We don't have a fat. I'm going to put chia seeds as my fat. Okay. So we're going to put some chia seeds in there, and I'm going to put about a tablespoon. There's a teaspoon in here, so I'm just going to put a bunch. The chia seeds will puff up, go in the sink, and they're full of protein. So it's not only, it's a good fat, it's also got protein in it. Not a ton, not a ton, not a ton. Now, if you want protein in this, we're going to cut up a real mango in a second. But if you want, here it is. If you don't want to do chia seeds, you can do cashews. You can do walnuts. Walnuts are wonderful for the brain. Almonds. You can do, that's for the fat. For the protein, you can do unsweetened yogurt, plain unsweetened yogurt. And you can put vanilla in there if you want. If you want it vanilla, I wouldn't want the tropical one vanilla. You just might. So you've got some protein in here. How much protein is in 3/4 of a cup? Only has 7 grams of protein. Remember, protein, fat, and fiber, right? So here's another protein that I like from a company called Garden of Life, easily accessible. 24 grams of protein, 24 grams of protein. So you're getting a little bit of protein from that little bit of chia seeds. You're going to get a lot more from using a protein powder. There's a lot of protein powders on the market that are full of not so good stuff, artificial flavors, artificial ingredients, bad for you foods. I'm just experimenting with a vegan protein powder called Kachava. I'm experimenting with it. So far, I really like it. The protein here is 25 grams. The carbohydrates are pretty high. There are 20 grams of carbohydrates, and that could elevate your blood glucose levels. The carbohydrates on the Garden of Life is only 6. So if you have any kind of blood sugar issues, you're better off with very low carbohydrates. You're going to get a lot of sugar from the fruit that's in there. So for me, I'm going to put a little bit of protein powder in there. You don't have to. And there you go. Maybe some cashews would be nice. You could put spinach. This is arugula. You can even put arugula. You don't have to. And what else? I can just mix that right up. But before I mix it, actually, let me mix it. And then who wants to learn how to cut a mango? Who wants to put mango in the chat if you want to learn how to cut a mango? Looking for my lid. It's right there. Put mango in the chat if you want to learn how to cut a mango. Put mango in the chat. I'm going to blend this up. This is a different canister, obviously. And I'll be right back. Well, we're going to peel mango. Okay. There we go. So now we have a nice hydrating smoothie. And if you don't like it really thick, put a little bit more water in there. Okay. If you want it thicker, put less water and eat it with a spoon. I eat it with a spoon. I make a smoothie almost every day and I eat it with a spoon almost every day. Okay.